The game is mine. The game is mine. The game is mine.
Y'all see who I'm here with right now. No introduction necessary. But if you're still sleeping, Mr. Sam Sylk right here. You know what I mean? WZAK 93 FM, all that. And the author of a really great book right here. Is it them or is it me? Can we get a close up? There we go. Yeah, all right. Bet that. Yeah, now this is from my man Sam Sylk. And I like what it said at the bottom. A guide to practicing self-reflection and accountability in your relationship. How many people want to, deal with self-reflection? That's like trying to be truthful, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't want to do that. Sam, you got so many things going on. You're an author, and you got a really great book right here. Why come with a self-reflecting book about accountability?
Well, you got to be accountable. First of all, thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. No
yes,
doubt.
sir.
Well, you want to be accountable, man. A lot of times people, you can get into the blaming game, in life in general, not even just in a relationship with a man or woman or whatever, but sometimes in life, people that get to blaming whether it's their job, whether it's the neighbor, the kids, So I wanted people to really look at themselves and say, hey, could this be me? Could I be the reason why I'm going through what I'm going through? Can I fix the problem? And 99.99, you can fix the problem if you want to.
Right.
You can fix it if you want to.
Well, it seems to me, when coming something like this, it had to be a light went off in your mind, something that let you know that you're on point with how you look at yourself about things. What gave you the wherewithal to want to put this book out?
Well, I do this segment on the show called The Reality Hour. So a lot of times we get a chance to talk to people about their situations, people sending in letters and whatnot. And so some letters we read, we're like, why are you asking a question? You ever had a friend give you like when they want to talk about they woman or they man or whatever, and they give you a disclosure first?
Yeah.
Or they want to build up, and then when you give your take on it, they say, but he ain't really like that all the time. He's still a good guy. Even though he might hit me sometimes, he don't hit me hard though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the reasons, one of many reasons I wanted to write the book, is because I wanted people to really dive into it, man. The answer be right there.
Yeah.
It be there. Before you even get to all what you're going through, I have a segment in there we talk about red flags. Like, and there can be many different red flags in life, you know what I'm saying? And people ignore that stuff.
Right.
You have your own red flags.
Yeah.
I have mine. You have yours. But a lot of times people, they ignore that because they get all caught up in the flesh. And so they get caught up in that flesh, they ignore it. It goes out the door.
Right.
And then they wonder why they in this situation, and they blaming this guy or they blaming this woman for something that, no, they told you just ignored it.
Right. You didn't look at the red flags.
Right, you had red flags.
Now, Sam, you got so many things going on. To come with a book, was that the plan, or it just happened like that?
Well, I did a book in 2011 called.
See, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
So. Author has been in me. I just had to go ahead and say, take out the time and say, let me sit down and let me get this done. Through all what I was doing last year, with top of this year, I had to sit down. I had to make plans to say, look, let me go ahead and get this other book out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I knew the first book was Men Do What Women Allow, and I know I need to do a follow-up on it. And of course, you want to get better. And I felt that this was the time.
Hold on. Men do what women allow.
Men do what women allow. That was the first one.
Did you get any backlash from that?
Man, that book was real raw too. That book was real raw. But what it was, a lot of women, they agreed.
Okay.
And it goes kind of back to this book here.
Okay.
And a lot of, it is what it is. You can blame the guy all you want, but men do what women, allow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to answer your question, yeah, I said, look, let me go ahead and get this book out. And, I'm doing a reality hour, so I want people to be able to, before they get into these new relationships or their current relationship, they can look at it and say, hold on, did I allow this woman to treat me this way? Could I change it right now? Could I end it right now? Could I make it better right now?
So is it like an extension of that platform where you can revisit some of these same things these people are bringing up to you in the reality hour?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, that's
Absolutely.
dope. That's
Absolutely.
dope. That's dope. So you have the book in all the major platforms, and you got it on your own website.
SamSylk.com. They can go there right now and get a copy of the book. Amazon, Kindle, and
Well, Sam, speak to that, man, because you're an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. You're an on-air personality, very successful, been at it for years, like at the top of your game, man. So, how important was it for you to release your own product on your own website?
Definitely, man. You want to build your brand. You know what I'm saying? Just like yourself, you want to make sure you build your brand, and you got to understand. A lot of times we chase so much to be on someone else's platform, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong to want to be on ABC, NBC. Those are great places. You want to do that, but you got a whole lot of folks trying to do it as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you don't continue to work for it, but while you're doing that, you need to be building your brand. So I worked hard on building SamSylk.com. We had the site when I first came to Cleveland in 1999. We launched a website. So we wanted to get better with that website, and so we wanted to make sure that we have some material for you when you come. So it's very important to publish the book on my own. You know what I'm saying? To start a publishing company, say, look, let me go in and get the book out.
So you have your own publishing company?
Yeah. So we went on out there. We didn't get a deal with nobody on this one. We went on.
Oh!
We went on and just started doing some research and. And
are you allowing other people to come under your umbrella of publishing?
Not yet, because I'm not where I want to be yet. So I'm not gonna start saying, "Hey, come here." But that is the plan.
Okay.
But just having a tight team. That team, we sat at the table, we had meetings, we talked, and we said, let's go ahead and put it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, Sam, I mentioned you being an entrepreneur. Yeah. You came on the show many years ago. And we've been down there since, and I appreciate that. I don't know if you had the restaurants back then. No. You didn't have them. So, man, to take advantage of your stardom and your platform on the radio, talk about that transition and going into being a restaurateur.
I always loved the restaurant industry.
Yeah?
I was a caterer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a caterer years ago. I tell everybody one of my best stories is when I was working for Colonial Caterers in Chicago, and I was in at the Western Open. And anybody who's been in if you're in the restaurant industry, you know how it is when you're doing catering, man. You get those tips.
Yeah.
So guess who was in my tent?
All right, it could be anybody.
All right,
Obama,
Michael Jordan.
Anybody.
Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Michael Jordan. I was like 19. Yeah, Jordan came in the tent. It was three of us, and we were the servers. That was our 8 hours us in that tent. Jordan came in that joint, man, for he went in there more than 10 minutes. He had a bagel and an orange juice. Tipped us all $100.
Wow.
Cash.
Wow.
You know what my ignorant self went and did that day, right?
No.
The next day. Went and bought a pair of Jordans. I did, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, I don't know, Sam. I think I probably would have did the same thing.
I was like, man, let me go get these Jordans right quick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So anyway, from there, I was always, around food, man. I enjoyed it. And then, I worked at some restaurants. I worked at a spot called Brown's Chicken. I used to own a Doc's Fish.
Okay.
You ever heard of Doc's Fish?
No.
Doc's Fish, there was some in Cleveland. My first restaurant was in Chicago, a country club here. It was called Doc's Fish. But, and so when it came time for me to do it, again, when I came here, because at first I wasn't going to do it. It was just something something like calling me saying to do it. And I was like, no, let me just stick, let me just do this. You gotta you got to look at your brand and look at who you are. Most successful people, they do more than one thing. Look at 50 Cent. Look at Jay-Z. Yeah. They not just rapping.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You got a question, Sam?
A lot of times it's hard for people, and they be like, well, I can't make. I was talking to a young lady the other day. Mm-hmm. She was like, well, I'm in radio, but I can't make no money in radio. Mm-hmm. So how was it that you was able to use your business savvy to say, like he said, use your celebrity and transition into being an entrepreneur, you know?
Well, I mean, I stepped out on faith. I just had to do it. A lot of times people are afraid. They're scared.
Right.
And just like talking about with this book, I said, I'm going to take this money and I'm going to go and put out a book. Right. You got to be disciplined. If you want to do it, you can do it. A lot of times we let excuses and fear stop us from doing what we want to do.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So, and to some people are not willing to network, are not willing to talk to others. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's such in a race to be successful that they don't want to go ask a question to Player T. They don't want to ask a question to another person that's been there and done that. So, and you got to go and you got to know how to negotiate your deal. You got to know how to negotiate your deal. You got to believe in your brand. You got to go and build your brand. I've always been working on building my brand.
Right.
You got to build your brand strong enough to that you can be able to stand on it without whatever you used to do.
Hey, Sam, that begs the question. Yeah. Were you heavy plug in the restaurant when you first opened it up?
No, I spent money. I spent money. It's a business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They in business to make money. I'm in business to make money.
What about the famous people that would come on your show and the not so famous people? You know, would you encourage them to come to your restaurant?
Some of them would just come off a GP. You know, of course I'm going to tell them to come. Well, I'm in business to make money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was so grateful of the Cheryl Underwoods who went on their own and said, I'm leaving your interview. I'm leaving right now to go to your spot. You know, the John Witherspoon
did you have to call?
me.
Hey, look, hey, son's on the way down there. Yeah.
Oh, several times. John had me bring him some food. Now, you better bring me some chicken and lots of hot sauce, lots of cat. That's what he told me. That was him. That's what we see on TV.
Man, I want you to bring me some
wings,
him.
Dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you want to you know I used to hear some people like, well, you wouldn't be able to do that if you wasn't on the radio. Well, shame on me if I didn't do it.
Right. What?
That's stupid.
Yeah.
So why would you have a platform and you don't utilize it?
Right.
Does that make common sense?
Right. No, it don't.
That's like 50 Cent. He has a platform. Why wouldn't he go to Stars to get power on there?
Yeah.
That don't make sense. So you wanna make sure that you do the work, put it in there, and work. I'm in there. Anybody tell you might come in there and see me cooking sometimes.
Oh, is that right?
That's right.
Because you still got the passion from the catering days.
That's right.
Now you mentioned Stars. You know, our homeboy Ray Jr. just got signed.
Ray Jr.
And I caught up with you there at that spot. What do you think about that, with the movie being picked up? That's
dope. Again, him using his platform. You know, me and him always trip about this. We talk about this, the time when I was leaving L.A. and he was coming into L.A., and everything that he pretty much told me then, and that was in like 2000 and, I don't know, 3 or 2, he's doing it.
Coming to fruition.
It's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and that's major. Coming out of Cleveland, doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
He's like, look, man, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make these hits. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna put this movie out. You just gotta want it.
You gotta want it.
If you want it, you just go get it.
Go get it, baby.
Go get it and stop getting caught up. And y'all folks gotta stop getting caught up into racing.
Into racing like a rat race.
Racing. Oh man, I gotta go beat him now. I gotta beat her now. Yeah. Just stay the course on what you're supposed to do and stay focused.
Oh, now Sam, he's here. He has his book. Is it them or is it me? Real quick, Sam, you know, where can they go and patronize your book? I know it's on the website. Yep. Is it in the digital stores?
Yeah, go to Amazon. Go to Amazon and get a copy. I got a few at any restaurant. You can get a copy there as well. So definitely do that.
Now, real quick, Sam, you know, I like to give my viewers some stuff to hang on to, man. You're very successful at what you do. Speak to the young boy, the young girl that's of age, and they kind of like Bone Thugs right now. They're at the crossroads, and they need a little guidance. You know, send them in our direction, man.
I would say this, man. You know, keep that hunger. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to want it. I said it earlier. You just got to want it. You know, you got to be to the point that you see yourself. You got to be able to see yourself where you want to go. I mean, to the point you can like you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to touch it in the spirit world. I'm a spirit man. So you got to be able to see yourself, visualize, see yourself wherever you want to be, whatever you want to do. I see myself doing this. I see myself doing that. Speak it to yourself. Speak it, say it out your mouth.
Yeah.
And then start putting in the work and the research.
Oh!
You know what I'm saying?
They didn't leave it at speaking.
You know.
You got to put that work in, baby.
Put the work in, put the research in, ask questions, and stop thinking because everybody or some people are old that you can't ask them nothing. You know what I'm saying? Holler at them. They got some stuff to share. You know what I'm saying? They been here longer, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't share it unless you ask anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then, you know, you have some stuff in you that they can learn from too. You just gotta be able to have that relationship. We all here to help each other.